Oh no. What the hell is this thing? Twisted Pair, released in 2018. Oh, God. And is directed by someone who I've never heard of before, but has turned out to be just one amazing filmmaker called Neil Breen, who has also directed such films like Double Down, I Am Here Now, and Fateful Findings. And this movie has a cast starring Neil Breen, and I'm actually going to stop right there, because he's the only one of note in this film. This is him. This is all him. Everything in this movie was done by him. The movie was directed by him. It was written by him. It was produced by him. It's starring him. The cinematography is all him. The music choices is all him. The distribution company is Neil Breen Films, LLC. This is just an avenue for him to just get some self-glorification, whoever this guy is. Apparently, Neil Breen used to be a realtor out like on the west side of the United States, and then turned into cult film director status, glorious king of the lands in terrible cinema. And the reason why we're talking about Twisted Pair today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my supporters and contributors on this channel, Dr. Camp, who always recommends the films that are either being looked at as hilariosities with Chris Stuckman, or films that are available on Tubi that are absolutely terrible and god-awful, that cost like, a quarter to make. This one was a little bit harder to track down, but I don't know if I'm happy I tracked it down and watched it, or if I'm angry that I watched it. Because I have never had a film where I've sat in front of the screen and yelled at the screen more than this film. And not like, hooting and hollering and wooing because I'm liking what I'm seeing. No, I'm talking to the TV screen, asking it, what are you doing? What is happening here? Why are you saying those words? Why are you doing this? What is the fucking plot of this movie? What is going on? But from what I gather, Twisted Pair is about two identical twin brothers named Cade and Kale who were abducted by alien AI things when they were kids, and the AI gave them special powers to fight evil. But one of the brothers decided to not do good things, so the powers were taken away from him. And now that both of them are humanoids, Cade returns to Earth with powers to fight evil, but Kale also returns to Earth unbeknownst to his brother Cade, and he goes about fighting evil but all the wrong ways, like killing the evil people. And it all builds... That's a stupid sentence to say. It all builds to something. Does it? I don't know. But it all supposedly builds to Cade trying to take out this evil drug AI computer drug warlord who likes to massage crystals by the name of Kuz. As in, like, he's half of Couscous. I don't know. If you've ever seen the movie The Room that was starring Tommy Wiseau, that's the style of film that we get here. A movie that was written by someone that had money to make the movie because they wanted to make a movie to make them look awesome. That's this movie. But all of that attention to fame and fortune sacrificed the idea behind plot and structure and conflict and what exactly is going on-ness. What? The movie opens and we get some epic trailer music. And this is music that I don't know who composed it, actually. I'm almost certain that I've heard this music, like, in the free library on YouTube that is copyright free. You can just pull from it and use it whenever you want to in any of your videos. I've done that with my channel. I'm almost certain I've heard this song before. And I like this song. It's a nice, epic trailer song music. I like it a lot. That is the extent of my likeness for this movie. God. So we get the voiceover from Neil Breen talking about the twin brothers, and supposedly they are actual twins, like human twins. But then they're lifted up and they're abducted by aliens or AI or whatever, artificial intelligence, as he keeps telling us. I don't think he knows what AI is, because I think he talks about what AI is a lot, And I think what is happening is he's trying to convince himself that he knows what AI is without actually knowing what AI is, because he keeps talking and defining it, and each definition is a little different than the other one. But anyway, the AI abducts these kids, and they get powers. Like, the AI gives them powers, and they become, as he puts it, many times, they are becoming humanoid, which they're already human, so they wouldn't be humanoid, they are human. What? But one of the brothers just didn't take, I guess, to the whole mandate of you're getting these powers to fight evil, and one of them, I guess, was rejecting it or was doing bad things in training, so his powers are taken away from him, and they send him down to Earth, unbeknownst to the other brother, Cade. But because Neil Breen is playing two identical twin brothers, they have to differentiate between the two. So the one bad brother is now in a black hoodie wearing the best fake beard and mustache you have ever seen in a film. And this whole exposition is given to us with these two standing and dissolving very slowly in front of a screensaver. This is a green screen wallpaper screensaver on your laptop. And the majority of this film is done in front of a green screen. I don't know why. I don't know why he couldn't have just gone to any location to shoot some of these scenes. He is like there in front of an eagle. Like an eagle is flying down very slowly to land on a perch. And apparently the eagle is Cade's best friend, because Cade is right there in the green screen, petting him and stroking him and saying, "Oh, thanks, old friend. I needed that pickup." What?
Hello, my friend. Thank you for giving me peace of mind.
Blew out my microphone. I'm sorry, but what? What the fuck is this thing? I don't know what the evil force is. Like, he says that he's here to fight evil. What the fuck does that mean? We have no villain or physical representation of a villain at all until the 37-minute mark of this film. We talk about Cade talking about the evil that he's here to stop, and he is jumping and springboarding up into warehouses and blowing them up and saving soldiers from warehouses. But the entire time, like, what the fuck are you fighting? Until eventually at the 37-minute mark, we get Kuz, who likes to stroke really big fake diamonds. It's obvious this guy just doesn't know how to write anything or create a story worth anything. But I feel like this is him, like this is his public persona that he's created for himself in the film industry, because his previous works, I would assume, are just as bad as this. I feel like I know how his career went. He was tired of being a realtor and really loved movies, so he wanted to make a movie. And I feel like he put all of his energy and all of his personality into one script, into like one big feature, put it out there, and it was terrible. It was very similar to like what this is, where there is no story, and there is no personality, and there is no character. But then, because that film was so bad, people loved it and started buying it and watching it on repeat, that now he's like, oh, well, if people like that style, then I'm just going to amplify it up and do it way more in films like this, right? I mean, that has to be what happened. He's playing a part, right? Like, the whole Neil Breen, I'm directing and writing this, that's a part that the actual Neil Breen is playing, right? That has to be the only explanation as to what this is. I mean, no one in their right mind would make a film like this. Unless you're in film school learning the craft of film, which at first I thought this is what that was. This was someone's attempt at creating a movie, which I'm actually all for. That's very inspiring. You should learn the craft of filmmaking. You'll get better over time. This one, though, is very intentional. I feel like he is putting on a front and knows that he is creating a terrible script and terrible lines and terrible characters, right? That has to be what it is. Please tell me that's what it is. The first half of this movie, I will admit, I am laughing. I am laughing at this film. This film is making me laugh uncontrollably. I'm laughing, screaming at the TV going, what? What the fuck are you talking about? But then the second half, I'm just getting angry that I'm still watching this fucking thing. Because after a while, the questions of what, Why are you doing that? What does this mean? It just takes a toll on me. And I get angry that I'm wasting my time with a movie like this.
The Force continued to program and develop systems for me to increase my powers. AI will reach a level of self-awareness, able to consider complicated thoughts, and have sensations.
If you ever want a actual physical representation of what a director means by pick up your cues and the cue lines and pacing, watch this movie. People don't talk like this. People don't converse like this, where they will say half of a line and then pause as if they maybe forgot the line. I'm almost certain that's exactly what happened in many of these instances. And then like 10 seconds later, finish the line itself. Or there's a dramatic scene between two people and someone exclaims, "I'm there for you. I'm here for you. Why did you leave?" And to make it more dramatic, the other person sits there. Because we're different.
We're different. No, I'm different. I don't have what you have. But you could have.
That is not how people talk. Or maybe that's how humanoids talk. I don't fucking know. I took some notes in the first 30 minutes of this movie because I wanted to cover just the ridiculousness that I was seeing. But then, like I said, after 30 minutes, I just stopped everything and was just annoyed the entire fucking time. He fights evil, so that's a given. Again, I don't know what that means. He's stalking and following a woman who wouldn't meet him for coffee that he bumped into and spilled all of his papers. Yeah, there's a moment in here where he's walking along in front of this homeless man, bumps into this woman that has a stack of papers, knocks him down, and he says, "Oh, let me help you with that. I'm sorry. Let me make it up to you. Why don't you meet me back here at 8? We'll go get coffee. You want to get coffee with me? Come get coffee with me." And she proceeds to say no, 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 and then walks away. And then Neil Breen looks at the homeless guy and says, "Yeah, we'll probably meet here at 8 because, you know, I want to make it up to her."
I apologize.
It's okay, I got it.
No. Here, let me get that for you.
Hey, shoot.
Wait, it's my fault. It's my fault, really.
Give me my
I
papers.
apologize.
Just leave me alone.
Let me make
Leave
it
me
up
alone.
to you.
No.
I'll take
You're
you
a
out to
creep.
dinner.
Leave me alone. I have a boyfriend.
Let's have
Get out of my
Let's have a
face. Leave
drink.
me
Let's
alone.
have a drink.
Leave me alone.
Let's have
I
a
have
drink.
a boyfriend.
I'll meet
Get out
you
of my
back here at
face.
8 o'clock
Get out
and
of my
we'll go out and have a drink.
Go.
I'll meet you here at 8 o'clock. We'll go out for a drink. I'll make it up to you.
She was very pretty.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I bet she comes back at 8 o'clock.
Thank you. Yeah, that would be great.
Then he comes back at 8, she's not there, and he gets, I guess, annoyed or angry, I don't know, so decides to search for her, which he finds her, and then decides to follow her home because she didn't meet him for coffee. And then he goes into the home, and they get into a little tussle that apparently is all just fun and giggles, because they're actually boyfriend and girlfriend. What the fuck did I just say? Anyway, moving on, we get to a crime scene where Kale is shooting people, and the detective shows up and looks at the dead bodies and, I quote, says, "Another clean scene," turns to walk away and looks down and says, "Wait, what did I just see?"
Looks like the others. Another clean scene. Wait, what did I just see?
You know how someone writes dialogue for a script who doesn't know how to write dialogue for a scene? Who the fuck, while double-taking by looking at something, says, "What did I see?" No one! No one says that! Hale kidnaps a couple of lawyers and corporate businessmen, and we know this because they were on the phone with the police saying to get there, hurry, we are corporate businessmen.
We have a report of 3 men mysteriously disappearing 2 nights ago. They were corporate businessmen.
The two brothers finally meet. They come face to face. Cade turns around and says, "I knew it was you."
I knew it was you. Kale. Why haven't you contacted me?
And my note here for that is how. How did you know it was him? You didn't even know he was alive or that he was on this planet because, remember, you were taken up by the alien AI, artificial intelligence, humanoid things? How did you know it was him? We have tussles between boyfriends and girlfriends where punches and slaps are being missed by a mile. So instead of cutting and redoing the scene, they actually just keep rolling and they will reset themselves to actually do the slap and it connects. So, you know, directing.
All I want is the drugs and the money! Oh my god.
Come back here.
Why is Kuz caressing fake diamonds? I'm still asking that question. Oh, I do have a later note where he's finally going to take out Kuz. This is like the 4th or 5th time he says, it's time to end this. And he goes into the building where Kuz is. And he is about to go in there and the scene cuts. And we cut to Kuz saying, haha, you will never catch me. And then we transfer over to Cade, who is sitting on a sofa. For some reason it says, no, I'll get you. Why are you sitting down? This is the big climax where you're meeting your arch enemy. Why are you sitting down? And on top of that, why did the actor who played Kuz change? The original time we see him, he looks younger, he's thinner, and then when we see him in this big warehouse, he is older and obviously bigger. What the hell? This is the definition of believing and buying in your own shit. I'm happy that this Neil Breen guy, like, loves making art and loves making movies, but you gotta hone in your skills, dude, if you're gonna put out something for people to see. What's the plot? Who are the characters? What's the message of this thing? Why is this film called Twisted Pears? Whenever I type those in, I either get like a bowl of fruit or I get a couple of wires being crossed and I'm learning how to steal cars. This is clearly one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I did have some times where I was laughing just at how terrible this was. That's how terrible it is. But it is bad. Don't waste your time unless you are just plastered. You have had like 10 shots of the hardest whiskey you could ever find at a bar. And then you can sit down and watch and have a great time with this. But just, wow, Dr. Camp. Thanks for the rec. Wow. I'm going to give Twisted Pears 5 out of 5 mammograms.
I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast cancer.
Alright everyone, now because my favorite part of my video is where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next, and this weekend, finally, we're supposedly going to have the release of the next Sony Marvel film called Morbius. Hopefully we are. I don't know, they haven't moved the dates yet. This was originally supposed to come out in January, and then from out of nowhere, they cancel it. So hopefully I'll get out to check it out this weekend. If not, I will randomly select from one of the movies that I own here and release that movie review on Monday. So guys, if you've seen Twisted Pear, why? Why did you see it after watching this review? Why? What did I say that convinced you to watch it? Whatever you thought about it though, comment below, let me know what you thought. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.